Dream trips. Dream trips. I can't wait to share this video with you. But before I do, let me take a few seconds just to recognize people that are super chatters, inner circles, and also imaginators. Hi, John. Hi, Michael. How Melody. Happy New Day to you guys. I love and appreciate you. Hi, Craig. How are you? Thank you for the posting. I really, really appreciate that as well. And we got just a few more seconds before we get started. So, hi, Sandy. Great to have you on here. Love and appreciate you as well. And so, I bet you it's time. Let's get going. Okay. So, here we go. Dream trips. Dream trips. Now, understand when I say this, I can remember when I was really, really, really young. And I still to this date don't know why. I don't. But it's like, wow, I would like to go to Australia. It would be so cool to go to Australia. And when I would tell people that, they would go, why? And I go, I don't know. I don't know if it just maybe it shows my age, right? 62, Crocodile Dundee. You know what I mean? There was just a number of things that just went, wow, this really looks like a really, really cool place. And the reason that I bring that up is I believe that if you asked anyone, I always talk about, my little tool here, you know what I mean? The magic lamp. And if you rubbed it, right? If you rubbed it and had three wishes, what would you wish for? And I know that people, say health, they say wealth, and then they say, I don't know, travel. So for my whole entire life, I just love traveling. I love seeing different things, and I just love traveling the world. And that probably is why me constantly having an imagination and dreaming about going to all places all over the world is probably what ended up getting me involved in marketing, because I got involved in marketing, of course, before the internet, before cell phones. And so people needed to see what you're doing. And so, people wouldn't come to me, so I had to go to them. And one of the companies that I built, I don't know if I can find it here. Um, you're just gonna have to believe me. But uh I feel the passport totally full. Like you can't put any more stamps on it. And it's like, oh my God, the number of countries that I've been to. And I've been very, very blessed, my wife and I, Terry, because we get involved in companies. And what they'll do is they usually, for incentives, they'll say, hey, you know what? You can win this trip if you do this kind of volume. And volume always had to do with sales, right? And so, one of the companies that I was with, this trophy right here is from a company called Pro Travel. And still to this day, my wife says, oh my God, that was the funnest company ever. And the reason why is the company really specialized in putting together custom travel. And so, these trips we would just win. And so got to take my sons with me and go all over to these very, incredible results. I mean, resorts, our cruise ships and everything was paid for. And it was really, really a blessing for me to be able to take my wife and my kids, to this country, this country, this country, this country. And, I'm talking, to South America, Peru. I'm talking about Colombia, El Salvador, Ecuador, China, Hong Kong, Japan, Singapore, oh my God, Philippines, um, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, all through so many countries in Europe. And it's just like, I do know there's a group of people out there that say, I'm not interested in travel. And I always wondered if I said this to them, if I said, hey, listen, what if I paid for it? What if I paid for you and your family to go on this trip? I'll pay for everything. wouldn't it be sad that the person said, that would be nice, but I can't get the time off. I can't get the time off. So let me tell you what DreamTrips isn't. First of all, DreamTrips is a 19-year-old company. They've done billions and billions of sales, and they have had 5 million subscribers. So 5 million subscribers can't be wrong. They've done 30,000 of these customized trips, and right now they have over 59 of them directly on their website. So when you look at all the stuff that they've done, of course, they sort of got beat up like a lot of travel companies did during the pandemic. But now it's like if you watch the news, it's revenge travel. People realize being locked down is not something that they want to do anymore. And so they just say, listen, man. So every time you watch a little bit of the news, they always talk about every holiday that happens in America, that it's record. It's another record amount of people traveling, another record of amount of people traveling. And so one of the things that I was able to do is when I've traveled to all these countries is usually the company paid for everything. So right now it'll be in 9 days. Terry and I are going to Cabo, and incredible resort. I should know the name, but just an incredible resort, 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive, everything's taken care of. And on top of that, if you did, enough memberships, and I'll share that in a minute, if you did enough memberships in volume, they call it in sales, they not only, you know, $4,000 for upfront money and also for air flights. So can you imagine, first of all, winning a trip like that? And then secondly, to be able to have, $4,000 for your air flights and spending money. So this is not my first trip like this. I've been able to take Terry all over the world and on incredible cruises. So a lot of people, when they see Dream Trips, when I say it, what it's not discount travel. It's not a portal. There's a lot of companies that use these portals, but they don't really work. And let me tell you why. They don't work because a lot of people like me are not good at do it yourself traveling. I'm one of those people that I'll go, I'll think about, I'll go visit this place, and I'll get my tickets like a couple of days before I go. And every one of you are going, oh my God, this guy's not that smart. I'm not. I'm not. So all of a sudden, when it cost me like 12 or $15,000 for a first class round trip ticket, yes, I should have got it months and months and months in advance. And then the other thing that I always do is I always try to find a hotel once I get there. I know, I just don't have time. I don't have time. Um, so when you work for a company that does dream trips, these are, ones that, you can, reach out to me, or you can look on my Facebook page below and you'll see all of these things. Like the next trip is to Greece. And so get this, all these stuff that this company does, VIP, it's got a tour guide that knows a number of different languages. They've done it many times. And then this whole group gets to go on all these incredible things that I would never figure out by myself what to do. Me, I'm like, I get the hotel and then I get up in the morning and I look at Terry and I go, so what are we doing? Yeah, it's like, I don't know, so we go walking, so when you got incredible travel, dream trips, like, to Romania. And, I was looking at some of these trips, 5 days, 4 nights for $199. Are you kidding me? So again, if you look at my Facebook page, look down, I put a bunch of pictures in there of all these other trips. So going back to Greece, my mom, my wife has always wanted to go to Greece, always wanted to go. And so the special package that's put together is $1,500 for two people. $1,500, not including airfare. And it's like, but it makes me think, see, if the company allows me to get that trip for free, then if I'm thinking about it, then I'm going to get my airline tickets that early. See what I mean? Because the trip's already planned. I get to see all the tours we get to go on, and wine tasting, and visiting, all these incredible architecture and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. And so, what the company does is they allow you, listen to this, 6 trips a year. And when I looked at the prices to Dubai, I've always wanted to go to Dubai. We're talking, I think it's $396. And usually everything's 5 days, 4 nights. And I'm looking at the cost of Prague. I made a joke with my wife about Budapest and Prague. Been to Budapest many, many, many times. But if you ever see any Tom Cruise movies, or you see anything that's in the world, with espionage and spies, they always end up in Prague. Why, I don't know. But I'm looking forward to going to that. So, the whole uniqueness is about dream trips is, let me give you an example. I already told you about a bad trip, right? Me waiting till the last seconds, getting hotels that I don't know where it is, and I'm trying to get in. So here's the other thing. So my wife and I won this trip to Hawaii, right? It was a 10-day lifestyle cruise on a Norwegian ship. Now, that's not crazy enough. So, we fly to Hawaii, we get on it in Honolulu, and then all of a sudden, what the cruise ship did for 10 days is it went to every major city of all the different islands, Maui, Luhana. I'm thinking all these places. But when we first show up, the first thing that they do is they take us to the big island of Oahu, right? So Hawaii, people don't realize, I'm not trying to educate you, but the island of Hawaii is where the volcano is. Oahu is where Honolulu is. You know what I mean? That's where the major airport. So the first thing that we went to is we went to the volcanoes. Soon as we get off the cruise ship, this nice bus, it actually was called Robert's Bus, right? And really, really beautiful. I'm going to start posting pictures of our dream trips. And all of a sudden, what this bus did is it took us to the airport. And here were helicopters. And then we got up on the helicopter, went over the volcano, and all the way around the island. And it was like, I didn't plan that. That was part of the deal. All right. And oh, by the way, when we got on a cruise ship, we had a suite, incredible suite with a butler. And I got a video on that too. And we had a balcony on the front of the cruise ship. These are the biggest suites there. Okay. So then that night we go back after the helicopter rides, and we get on it and enjoy all the stuff on a incredible cruise ship. And then we get up in the morning when it docks, and it was in Maui. So now in Maui, they take us, and the first thing they do is they take us on this excursion with Jeeps. We went to this place. They had all these Jeeps that, convertible Jeeps. There was nothing on them. And they gave each couple a Jeep, and we went on this like caravan to see all the different places in Maui. I think we went to like a sugarcane factory. There's so many dream trips that are going in my mind. The one that popped in my mind immediately is we went to Tequila, Mexico, and we went to a tour of the Havre Cuervo tequila place. That was cool. All right. So anyway, experiences that take your breath away, right? And so then we get back from that, sort of had like a nice lunch someplace. Again, everything's taken care of. And then the next step they do is they put us on a boat, and we went out to Crescent Island. Now, this is an island off Maui, but it's shaped like a moon, a crescent moon. And because of the way it's shaped, all the waves hit the backside, but it almost comes around. And so the thing, like a big giant catamaran, went in there, and we could go snorkeling and also scuba diving, right? And they got this new law out there, which someone was smart. As long as you don't go 50 feet deep, you don't need a scuba license. I don't know if it's the same now. So what they did is they had tanks with a 49-foot air hose. And so those tanks set on things that floated in the water, and then you're on this air hose where you could use an aerator, and it was like you're walking around in a giant aquarium. The most beautiful fish that I've ever seen. Excuse me. And so that night we had where they dance with fire and everything. It was just unbelievable, believable, and again believable. There you go. And the food is just it was like nothing we ever seen. And I think we stayed there for 2 days. There was a lot of part of the lifestyle cruise where it would not leave till the following morning, and so you could actually go out, and if you wanted to, you could stay in the city, in the city, or and sleep in the city, or you could, at least for some people, they could stay out later, right? Late at night. And so then it went to, I'm gonna get the I gotta I'm really, with long names, but Lahahu. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, it's where they filmed Jurassic Park. And so, man, I mean, we were just like, God, this looks like a jungle, and it was not a lot of people around it. So they took us to this RV place, recreational vehicle, and they put you in your own individual like quad runner, right? And it had a roll cage on it, and they had clothes for us to wear, and helmets, and then we put goggles on, and because you're driving through the mud, and we just went all over the place. We went through these tunnels, and then we end up where those waterfalls are. You know what I mean? Where the helicopter is, and immediately, I'm going like, I'm jumping in. They go, we don't care. I jumped in, swam to the waterfalls, started climbing up quite high, and then jumped in the water. And it's like Kauai. Thank you very, very much, Craig. Kauai, the island of Kauai. And so it was just one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. And what was really fun about it is, being in a group that was all seeing it for the first time was really amazing. You never really had to worry about anything that had to deal with security, or if you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, because you always had guides that were always taking care of us, telling us where we needed to go and where we needed to be. So I wanted to explain to you what a dream trip is. And so still to this date, how good can dream trips be? It's still my wife's favorite trip. And so it was really easy to make a lot of money with that company, because it was like, here was our opening line. Hey, can I ask you a simple question? Sure. What's the best vacation, trip, holiday, whatever you call it? What is the best trip that you've been on? And people go, you know what? I went here. And I go, if you don't mind me asking, what do you like most about it? Can you tell me some of the stuff you did? Now, the fastest way that I know to build connection, people don't care what you know unless they know that you care. But the very first thing that you do is when you ask them questions like that, and they get into that imagination state where they're experiencing these incredible experiences, and they're sharing them with you, and you're listening, not interrupting. It's like all of a sudden they're like, yeah, that was really, really awesome. Well, when was the last time that when did you take that trip? When is it? What was when when would you like to take your next trip, and where? And so understand that, now that I'm working with Dream Trips, the one thing I want you to understand is I'm focused on one thing and one thing only: getting people to have memories that take their breaths away. And my goal is to get them a membership. And after getting them a membership, telling them, if they choose so, if they want to, that they could actually get that monthly membership for free. Because the company has this very unique thing. It's if get four, pay no more. So if you get other people to get on the membership, then there's no cost to your membership. Listen to this one. If you keep the membership for 6 months, and even if you got 4 people or you just do it for 6 months, they give you a free certificate to a cruise. You get to go on a cruise. And I'm just like going, I don't know how this can get any better. And it consistently does. So they have different packages and they just have more things that they give away. They have VIP service, all of this stuff. So if you're interested in anything whatsoever, excuse me, please let me know. Make a post below, a comment below, and let me know. And I'll actually share some other videos with you about everything about the company, how long it's been in business, how many dream trips that people go on. And yeah, for the rest of my life, I just want it to build a membership and go on vacations with people that I like all over the world. And so there was one thing that too I wanted to share with all of you. When people look at home-based businesses or affiliate programs, they really, really mess it up because they don't understand how to ask people for money. A lot of people don't know this, but 95% of the people on the planet are not sales types. But when you're instead of asking for money or getting involved in a program, if you can very simply say, listen, just become a member. Just become a member. And if you know other people that would like these incredible deals on these incredible dream trips, because if you go on one, you're done. You go on one dream trip and you're done. And again, this whole thing is about sorting. I still know people that are not interested in travel. And I know more people that are interested in complicating every single thing that they find. And so they won't really get and understand what dream trips is. And they'll try to find ways to say that it doesn't work. Well, you're too late. It's already done billions of dollars, close to $3 billion with 5 million subscribers. So too late. It's just too late for you to say, that doesn't work. But again, I love the part of it where, you could get for pay no more and there's memberships and you don't have to ever worry about ever doing any kind of affiliate program. Isn't that amazing? So, for those of you that do, yeah, I can send you some of the videos. Just think of something as simple as this, right? Um, when we create more and more customers and you happen to find people that would like to earn a little extra money in this time with the economic deals, to think that it would be very, very easy to get 300 customers, right? Say you had 300 dream trip customers. Now, this might take a little time or a lot of time. It just depends on what happens. Do you realize that would earn you a little over 100,000 a year, $120,000 a year? Let that sink in. And like my friend Anil says all the time, it's like, and it's tax deductible. So it's like everything is tax deductible. I'm going with a group of people to Greece. I'm going with a group of people to Thailand. I'm going with a group of people to Dubai. So it's like all these places that you can go to. I'm going to Peru. I'm going to Cabo. So now you got this whole group of people that are all traveling and all having a blast together. And in the midst of that, a person can get, 6 trips for free, really nice trips and very expensive trips. And that's as simple as this could be. And it's as simple as I'm going to keep it. So if you want some more information, post a comment below. And I'm looking forward to helping each and every one of you. Let's go to the beaches of the world. Oh, I did have one other thing I wanted to share with you. I made it. During the time I was with Pro Travel, I had it right. I had it right because I was traveling with my family. But most of the time, I had it wrong. It was always this thing where, I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to get as many members as I possibly can, and I'm going to help as many people as I can. What a bad statement. And when, the money's right, everything's right, then I'll start going on trips with my family. So I treated me traveling all over the world like business. And I would always feel guilty too. You know what I mean? So if I went to Budapest and I'm walking around Budapest just going, ah, I just wish that Terry was here and Matthew was here and Kyle was here and Hannah was here and Robert Jr. was here and Amy was here and my grandkids Ryder and Oliver here. And so I always said, I will do that. But when it was part of what I did, I always brought them with me. So I not only cheated them, but I cheated me. And here's how I cheated me. I would feel guilty. So, people would say, hey, listen, when I was in Romania, Transylvania, wow, I pulled that word off, right? And they wanted to take me to Dracula's castle and they wanted to show me all this stuff. The majority of time that when people wanted to show me stuff, I would say, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm here on business and I'd rather see those things with my family. And I did that all the time. So I've been all over the world, but a lot of it is me flying into the airport, going to the airport to the hotel, from that hotel, doing a meeting, doing a training, teaching people how to monetize their life because life is expensive. And that's what I did. One time, not bragging, I did 10 countries in 10 days. 10 countries in 10 days. and spoke live in front of over 1 million people. Man, I worked my butt off. Right? So that's not something that I'd ever want to take Terry or my sons on or my grandchildren. Does that make sense? And so, the for the remainder of my career, I want to travel with people. I love doing that. It's the experiences that I want to create while I'm still on this planet with the people that I love the most. And I'd love to see you there. So, without any more, you can please subscribe below to the YouTube channel. Please like it, share it with others. And I know that you can do anything in your life. Everything right now is subscription model. You look at, Amazon Prime with 200 million members making 35 billion and Netflix subscription, all the apps are subscription. It's just like everything's going to a subscription model. And so it's neat that people can actually experience some incredible things in their life because even when I've worked with other competitive companies that do the same thing I do, we all would get memberships and companies like DreamTrips, even though we weren't building it, because we'd like to go to trips with other people. So if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. I love and appreciate you. If someone can say they hate you on a sign or on online, I want to tell you that I love and appreciate you and I believe in you. And so you're going to really see a lot of my marketing all focus on helping people get memberships with Dream Trips. Then, of course, get 4 to get it free if that's what they choose to do. And then for others that are like, wow, I didn't even know that you could travel the world, write it off on taxes, and also make income, whatever amount that would be. But we all need to spend more time with experiences with our family before we're no longer here. So see you soon. Check out the other videos online and bye for now.